Hi you guys, this is Allison hanging out in my Space 2 craft, and I just finished this Texas Blue Bonnet layout. I called it Texas in Bloom. And so of course it's time to use my scraps to make a card. So these are the scraps I have left, plus some white cardstock. I did make a card base, and because this was long, I decided I wanted to use it long ways on this card, so I did a long fold, which means you cut it at long ways down the middle at 4 1/4 rather than across. And so what I think I'm gonna do is just something sort of bold and graphic. Also sitting on my desk is this new Close to My Heart stamp in Thin Cuts. And I really like this Hey There, but it's kind of long. So it doesn't fit on a card this way very well. I mean, it does, but just barely. But I'm gonna do it this way. And I think that I'm going to do it in here. I'm not gonna stamp directly onto this. I'll cut it out and then put it on there. And I'm gonna stamp it in blue. And then this comes with a die cut as well. So I'll be able to stamp it and then die cut it. I think it comes with a die cut. Yeah, that's the die cut for it. I'm just looking at it backwards. There we go. So that is my plan. I'm gonna go ahead and make the base. I don't have enough of this blue paper to so I've sped up the assembly. So I'm just going to cut this, trim this to 1/4 of an inch smaller than the card base so that I get 1/8 of an inch sort of mat around it. And I am going to mat the yellow striped paper. I kind of like the dots and the stripes together. It's pretty fun. So just matting that on the navy blue to help tie those two papers together a little bit. I think that looks pretty cute, nice and bold. And I think I get out some ink. So this is, I'm just checking which ink I like best. One is Blue Jeans, I think, and the other is Blueprint. And I like the Blueprint better. The Blue Jeans is a little more gray than I wanted. So I like that. I like the effect of the blue on there, just to, instead of matting it. And now I'll use the same ink to stamp the sentiment. And I'm just making sure I have a scrap. And since I'm using the Distress Oxide, I do want to use my stamp platform just in case I need to stamp it twice, which I think I do. Just because the Distress Oxide, you know, it's supposed to be distressed looking, and so sometimes to get a full coverage you need to stamp it twice. It's not the crispest image, but it's pretty good, and it's full. So I kind of like that. And then I'm going to use the die cut, the die to trim it. So I go off to die cut that. I cut that part out of the video, so I'm not quite that fast die cutting, but pretty close. So I'm just looking on here to see if there is an image that I like. There's some small images, they're not speaking to me. So I'm gonna go off and get some heart dies and add a couple of hearts on here. I'm just looking through trying to decide what to do. And through the magic of television, little hearts appear. So this one, it was supposed to have cross hatches on it, and they cut all the way through. So I probably could have stuck it on there and just glued it all on, but decided not to, and just use the 2 hearts. So I'm gonna glue the sentiment down flat. And then add the couple little hearts. And then I'm gonna pop up the rectangle, just to give it a little dimension. And I definitely like the addition of the hearts, and then I'm going to add some little gems as well. These are Queen & Company gems. I've had them for ages, but they're pretty nice. I'm just trying to decide what size I want to do, how I want to do those. And we'll do some close-ups. Toss that. Successfully used up some scraps. And I have a cute Hey There card. Hey there. I'm going to add a couple gems up here, I think. All right, thanks you guys. Come back for another page tomorrow.